So, Peter.
You did it again. You said you were going to start.
Oh, no, we never stopped
can't-
recording. All right, I'll start
Well,
now.
No. Okay, but you do the pausey thing, right? So Mike does this thing where he goes, he just likes to record himself for a few seconds to kind of like feel good about himself. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, it's a marker.
And then I sneak up on Peter.
Yeah, then he switches back to this mode, which is like the intro for the video after we just finished recording. And I'm always doing something like eating Skittles or whatever. Anyway,
totally throws me off.
I'm definitely going to cut this part out of the video. So, Peter, I have a question. How are things going in the UK right now?
Oh, just dandy, Mike.
You scaled that back. I was hoping another explosion would come.
I go into a bit of a rant at the end because I'm quite frustrated about a lot of things happening in the UK. Oh. I try and hold it in a lot of the time because I know these guys don't give a shit, but
we both agree.
I just couldn't help myself today. Yeah.
And it started with the UK where they're trying to ban end-to-end encryption. And Meta said no.
Yes.
Which is why we love Meta.
Definitely do not. Never speak for me again. I'm retiring from the show.
Yeah. It's the Mike and Pete show from now on.
Like, this is a good move. We cannot say F Facebook today. Self-censored for the first 15 seconds.
Well, that depends on, I'm pretty sure. Okay.
Right, to recap the story.
Yeah.
Oh, you
are we going to put it up on the screen? Yeah,
there we go. Yeah. Go ahead, Peter.
WhatsApp. There's some new UK laws coming in because the UK is a pile of steaming idiots, and there's a thing about encryption where they're going to try and like insert, basically disable end-to-end encryption so that the government will have a backdoor into all messaging apps. And WhatsApp have publicly claimed, along with Signal, that they would not remove end-to-end encryption for the UK law, and they would just remove themselves from the UK market rather than submit to the whims of the government. And it's a good thing. Overall, it's a good thing. My default reaction is, what's their ulterior motive? I don't know. Maybe that's just because I hate Facebook.
I don't like being told that WhatsApp is end-to-end encrypted. I don't think that they've been audited. And they are a closed source company. So we just need to believe that they are end-to-end encrypted.
Right? Yeah, and I mean, what exactly is end-to-end encryption as well? Anyway,
well, it's supposed to be, in a perfect world, end-to-end encryption means that there is a secure line between you and whoever you're communicating between, right? In a perfect world, end-to-end encrypted is peer-to-peer.
Yeah. I mean, there's different variations.
Exactly.
Is the
end to end?
Peter's about to explain financial instruments to us.
No, but like take Discord.
Kids.
Discord, for example.
We're getting all up the F dick here.
Whoa. You encrypt your communications on Discord to their servers where they decrypt it, read it, monitor it, and then re-encrypt it back to the other client that is communicating, or clients. So, like, and I'm pretty sure Slack does something super similar.
Is that considered end-to-end though? That would be considered.
No. They don't claim. I don't think they claim end-to-end encryption. I'm just saying that, like,
encryption.
Yeah. So, who knows what WhatsApp's doing? Actually, I mean, we could look into this a little bit more and maybe comment if we find something. But if I recall, there was a few years ago when they started claiming end-to-end encryption, there was some big clown party where we did actually no
article a while ago about the security of the different secure messaging apps, and I think the issue with WhatsApp was more around like what it was logging, than it could talk about who were sending and receiving the calls and the duration and timing and things like that, not necessarily the content of the calls.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's right. We talked about the feds. The FBI had a little cute printout that was like, here's who you can spy on, and then it was like Signal. No.
Okay, I've got a couple of questions for Mike.
Okay.
When he's finished.
Well, can I let me just address from the article. We talked about why would they do this, and I think there's some interesting quotes from Meta about this. What it comes down to is it doesn't make sense for them to create a special exception just for the UK. So he talks to this guy who is the head of Meta's Will Cathcart, head of WhatsApp, says there isn't a way to change it for just one part of the world. Some countries have chosen to block it, and that's the reality of shipping a secure product. We've been blocked in Iran, for example, but we've never seen a liberal democracy do that. So, and they're saying like this is highly unusual for a liberal democracy to do this, like the UK. And then the reality is that our users all around the world want security. 98% of our users are outside of the UK. They do not want us to lower the security of the product, and it would be an odd choice for us to choose to do so. So, a financial decision for them. Maybe an easy principled stand, since you're talking about 2% of the market. If it was a country that had 80% of the market, then they would get a much different response.
Yeah.
But okay, what was your question, Peter?
I think it's a disingenuous response because just because someone else hasn't done it, it doesn't mean it's not possible. Quad 9 are having to do this in Germany at the moment, like having to block domains for German users.
But they could withdraw from the market. That's what WhatsApp is saying.
No. Yes, I agree. I just mean that saying that it's impossible to create an exception for just one region.
No. I don't think
impossible.
WhatsApp
they said it doesn't make sense financially.
They're saying it's not viable.
All right. Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah. So my question for Mike: do you care? Would you care if there was a backdoor into WhatsApp?
I mean, my primary means of communication now is Discord.
Okay, and
that
has a
doesn't
backdoor,
bother me apparently. So
yeah. So that's
Discord is.
I guess the answer is no.
Not protected.
If I was using it,
okay.
If I was using it because I thought it was a secure messaging service, then that would probably bother me.
Yeah, but nobody uses WhatsApp because of that, do they? That just happened.
Well, I don't know.
Everyone was using WhatsApp already before it got E2E encryption. Well, supposedly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right? See?
I mean,
I think
I definitely care, obviously, but also like fuck the UK for asking this of WhatsApp.
Oh my god,
it's such a nasty thing to do, and we keep seeing this where fucking someone in the government's like, get rid of ban end-to-end encryption. Like what? Only use these rolled cryptos that we choose, that we have backdoors in, or like get banned, and then everyone's like, shut up, Steve. Who asked you?
There's so much going on in the UK right now, which just it's rage inducing. It genuinely, there's just so much fucked up shit. Like there's this whole thing with the illegal immigrants. They put this bill through Parliament, and it's called the Illegal Migrant Bill, and it is actually illegal. Like the bill itself is not legal. There's a statement at the top that they have to, as part of any kind of UK bills at the moment, they have to say whether it conforms to the European Court of Justice Declaration of Rights or something like this. And they have a statement at the top of the bill that says, the Home Secretary is unable to assert that this is legal under the terms of the ECJ. It's like they can't say it. Like it's not, because it's not. That's why.
Wow.
And everybody is striking in the UK right now. The teachers are striking. The hospitals are striking. The fucking post office is striking. The fire brigade is striking. Everybody's striking because everybody's underpaid and they're all civil servants. They're not. The energy bills have tripled in the last year and were supposed to go up again in April, but have been put off for 3 months. So they can't go. Like the average price of a monthly bill is about £1,100 to £1,200, and it's currently £2,500.
Wow!
And it was going to go up to £3,000.
How's that even? That is so not sustainable. Like it's beyond belief. Actually,
it's not sustainable. And all year long, Shell, BP, whoever, they've all been posting record profits.
Right.
It's so fucked up. And then we've gone through 4 prime ministers lately. We have a fucking idiot in... Oh, my God. It's just... It's rage-inducing. I'm so sorry. So much going wrong here.
That must be why it's nonstop in the headlines here in the U.S. Oh, wait, we haven't heard a word about it. Sorry.
I know. I've been deliberately not letting myself explode much because I know you guys just don't give a shit. In fact, most of the world doesn't. And do you know what? Fair enough. I don't care. I wouldn't care about a country that's falling apart.
No, I don't think it's... Well, I definitely care. It's not that I don't care, Peter. I also, like, my uncle told me that, or my mom told me that my uncle got a $1,500 bill just for electricity in a month in Sweden. Yeah. So like it's not that I don't care. I think that especially US news, they've got their demographic, they know what to report on, and what to report on is not the strikes in the UK or the strikes in France that are currently occurring. Like, no garbage is being picked up in France, so it's just overflowing in the streets. Like, it's actually crazy. Like, they just rather report on another train derailment or obviously SVB or whatever's in the news for them, for the Americans, I mean, not whatever's in the news in the world.
Yeah.
I think
there's sorry. No, please. Sorry. I was going to keep going.
So I do care. And there are two aspects, I think. One is what we hear about in the U.S. nonstop, little petty partisan culture war bullshit, and whatever sensational thing some dumbass politician said. So there's no room in the headlines for anything substantive, which is the second thing, that the mainstream media, the corporate controlled media, the sponsors and advertisers have no interest in publicizing labor unrest in anywhere in the world that could potentially infect the U.S., where we need those movements as desperately as everywhere else on the. We're going to be insulated from that, so we can.
Yeah, it's so depressing, and it's so. I know the grass is always greener on the other side. But I do want to just leave the country again and go somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Hey,
you should. Go on vacation for a bit. Take a break. Take a breather.
I think I probably will. Actually, I'm in a good position to do that right now, and I might.
Yeah, you should.
How did we get to this? This was a lot of fun.
I don't know. It was me getting angry about things happening in the UK. I'm sorry.
No, I'm glad you brought it up.
Fuck Facebook.
Yeah,
don't trust them. Go on Signal.
UK. That was to do with the UK.
Yeah.
It was the encryption. I mean, that on its own, sorry, just triggered me again. Oh my God. That on its own is so crazy.
Yeah.
The government wants a backdoor into all messaging. And it's so frustrating because it's been tried so many times and it doesn't fucking work. And the only reason it's being attempted again now is because of this crazy conservative government that's in power that isn't going to last until, the next election. There was a poll done, and they would have lost the election by 400 seats. And there are 650 odd seats in Parliament. That's a very big majority.
Like at least half.
Yeah, that is a huge.
It's like a lot. Yeah, and there's
half.
It's everything that they've done is wrong. We had a prime minister in power for 6 weeks, and she managed to tank the entire economy in 6 weeks. We had Boris Johnson, who's the biggest narcissistic liar.
I don't like blaming leadership, Peter. Like, that's the only thing I'd say is, for example, with this SVB thing, like, you're seeing a lot of, and again, I'm not trying to bring it to politics. We're going to wrap up here, but I will say I'm seeing a lot of tweets. I'm seeing a lot of comments like, Silicon Valley Bank, this is what happens in Biden's America. And it's like, dude, what?
Yeah.
Like,
I don't like passing the buck either, but Boris Johnson was a fucking asshole. And what's her name? I forgot her name. Liz Truss was just an idiot. And we all knew that before she got voted in. Like, those two, just take them. And that's the people who got in to run the entire country in the UK. Like, what is going on, honestly?
I don't know if you're going to get a lot of sympathy from us on that front. Have you seen
probably not. I don't care.
Has run our country recently?
It just feels like no matter where or what you look at, like, we have like 2 good leaders in the world, like maybe 3 good leaders in the world, and then the rest are just fucking huge assholes.
Yeah. Most of them are women as well. Jesus.
You mean the good ones, right, Peter?
Yeah, the good ones.
There you go. Okay.
What were you?
Context and syntax.
Because you went on to say that a
Yeah.
lot of idiots. Yeah, okay. Okay. I was just thinking about there's like one or two good leaders in the world. I thought, yeah, they're all women.
Yeah.
And then you carried on talking, and then I said what I was going to say, and that didn't sound good at all. It's not what I meant. Anyway, let's wrap this up, guys, quickly.
Yep.